pregnancy prevention is to become a top priority, then our strategy as an advocate must be effective. Teen pregnancy went way down in the 90s, and 75% of it was because of the increased use of contraception. However, contraceptives aren't enough to stop this dilemma. We are here to raise awareness and not to raise kids.
Dahil dito na susukat ang layo, ang sentro nitong daigdig. Wala nang makadadaig sa
Every day, someone out there gets pregnant while someone dies. The sad thing is the youth are the ones who go through pregnancy because of so-called accidents. What is teenage pregnancy? Teenage pregnancy is when a woman under 20 gets pregnant. It usually refers to teens between the ages of 15 to 19 years old, but it can include girls as young as 10.
Whether your pregnancy was meticulously planned, medically coaxed, or happened by surprise, one thing is certain: your life will never be the same. Pregnant teens are at risk of not getting the right prenatal care, especially if they don't have support from their parents. Profits for contraception providers have actually been high as the number of underage pregnancies has increased. In the Philippines, the most widely used forms of contraceptions are tablets, condoms, cups, and female sterilizations. And now, we'll show you an example of a permutation involving contraceptives.
Here's an example. A group of women were asked to choose their top 5 most essential forms of contraception from the list of 15 options. How many arrangements of contraceptives can be possibly made? Here are the top 15 options that the women will choose among. Now let's find out the answer. The answer is 360,360. Do you want to know how I found out? Here's my solution. The formula for permutation of objects taken at a time is P equals n factorial divided by the quantity of n minus r factorial. So the next step is to substitute the value of n and r. So our n is 15 and our r is 5. Next, we will subtract 5 from 15 and we will be left by 15 factorial divided by 10 factorial. Now let's cancel all the similar numbers and terms in both denominator and numerator. By that, we will multiply the remaining terms left, and the answer is 360,360, meaning there are 360,360 possible arrangements that can be made in 15 types of contraceptives if 5 is taken at a time.
Now, I'll show you 10 possible outcomes among 360,360 of the outcomes that we found out. Here's the example.
How do women get pregnant? We all know it's when the sperm enters the egg cell, but today we will explain it a bit more. The sperm is developed in the testicles within a system of tiny tubes, and it will travel out the body through the urethra. So when the sperm enters the vagina, some of it dies before reaching the egg cell because of the acidity.
IUD is proven effective because the fallopian tube is being blocked. Therefore, the sperm cannot enter and will die in a few days. Pre-cum can also impregnate a woman. This is more dangerous because pre-cum is clear, you can see it and avoid it instantly.
The menstrual cycle is also another important reason why women get pregnant even if men use protection. Every month, women have an ovulation phase, and on this day, the probability of getting pregnant is at the highest level. Let's say that the ovulation of this girl is April 10, and if she had a sexual intercourse during April 6 or the following days, there is still a high chance of her getting pregnant because sperm can survive up to 5 days inside the vagina.
With God's word and wisdom, we should follow His words and live on to what is right. As teens, we are being surrounded by many tempting desires. It makes you want to explore because they say you should live life while you're young because you won't be able to when you get older. But trust us, not everything is meant to be explored or experienced while you're young. There are experiences that are meant for the future.
Educate young lad too. Contrary to what everyone says or believes that a woman should be the one held accountable most of the times when it comes to this topic, no. but also the boys too. A woman can only produce offspring once a year, 9 months to be exact, while one man can impregnate several women in just a day.
The risk to teenage boys is that teen fathers are up to 30% less likely to finish high school than other teenage boys. Worries about their partner's health, limited money, educational challenges, and other stresses can take a mental, physical, and financial toll on some would-be teen fathers. The surest way to avoid pregnancy is not to have sex, or if you do have sex, always use contraception.
The most effective birth control for teenagers is long-acting reversible contraception or LARC. They include implants that go under the skin in your arm or intrauterine devices that your doctor inserts into your uterus. LARCs work 99% of the time to prevent conception. They work for 3 to 10 years and can be taken out when you want to try to start a family.
If you use birth control pills, condoms, or other form of contraception, learn how to use them right and follow instructions. Talk to your parents or trusted adults about how to get birth control if you're sexually active. Remember that unplanned pregnancy is an equal opportunity affliction.
Remember that teens can choose not to have sex. Talk openly to parents or other trusted adults and ask how they can get birth control if they choose to be sexually active. Talk with a healthcare provider to learn about the best types of birth control for them and use it and condoms correctly every time. And lastly, be a better young person who only chases dreams and hope in life, not fuzzy relationships with excess baggage of responsibility. Like a baby.
It's
Better to date without having a due date.